Hello, everybody. This is Joey, and I've got a little bit of an update here, not only for the video game section of my room, but also my room in general. You see, normally coming down this hallway, I would have the room on the left side, but now, after a week, almost a week, that's my mom's room, and the right side is my room. Technically, the two rooms are almost the same, except for the fact that this one is a bit deeper by about 15 inches or so, and that's just enough for one great improvement to my room. Most of the same stuff is in here and still needs to be shuffled through, obviously cleaning it up, organizing. It'll probably be well underway by the time you're watching this video. But one thing that I didn't get until fairly recently to put in here, to put in either room, was this bunk bed, or loft bed if you may. And this thing, if it was in the other room, would have taken a lot more space, so it seemed like a good method. It was my mom's idea to switch rooms to accompany for this bed and for the extra space that I'm going to need for storage and whatever else. She doesn't have as many things as I do. She's fine with that. And we worked on it over the course of this week to make that happen, including putting this thing together. It took us almost 8 hours of putting it together because we just had the hardware. We just had a bunch of pieces of boards that weren't all completely assembled. And no instructions. Had to figure it out on our own. Like, oh, that's what this thing is used for. It is not broken on us. I've slept on it for several nights. I have not caved in or anything like that. No worries. Well, almost no worries. Yeah, we have to adjust the ceiling fan because if I'm actually up here, I am almost dangerously close to that fan. So I either keep the fan off or I only use it on if I'm actually on ground level. I have not used it that often or that fast while I'm asleep. I usually like the high setting, but I've toned it down to even at the slow just to have some air at night, to have something to cool me down, but not, too violently and not too close to make that harmful. Anyways, so this bed, as I learned after the fact, was apparently from Build-A-Bear or had some kind of Build-A-Bear partnering with it because there's some little parts in between things like drawers and dressers or whatever that say so, but there was a way to swap the colors, so it's just more of your standard wooden grain, pattern and everything. I think it's like you can untwist this and then there's like a slot in between that changes colors if I wanted to. But for the most of it, it's like a base brown, which is totally fine by me. What's nice about this thing, having it as a loft bed as opposed to the standard bed that I've had, is that I get more space out of it. As I've mentioned before, and I'll continue saying this for all eternity, if I can't move things outward in a room and I have the height, then I'll work with that height. So, this is a taller room than a standard room has, and such was also the case in the other room before. But now I actually have this in a way that I can utilize the height. This bunk bed, loft bed can be that addition of height, to work with it. So the ladder is securely in place. In order for me to walk up and down there, I have an extension cord if I need to charge my phone and still have it near me while I'm in bed. And the space underneath can be used for a couple things. I am still working through what those things may be, and they may change before this video even goes up. But desk, I figure, computer desk. It already has a hole or two built into it, so wires can feed through very easily. And I have a bunch of desktops I still need to go through, whittling them down. So for now, I've been testing different ones to use in this space, and hopefully making the most out of it. Get a light on, it might help a little bit more. And yeah, unfortunately, at night, if I do use this area, it's really, really dark. So I might have to have some kind of desk lamp or something in here to light it up. If I'm not using the computer, but still using this space. And then on the other side, we have a whole bunch of shelves, which for right now, kind of mishmash of things, but can still be useful over time. I have enough room in here to fit 2 computer chairs. If it's going to have 2 people at the same time is another story, but at least for now, I can at least swap between the chairs, see what's more comfortable for me, and also hold stuff on it for, when I'm using the other one. And as far as the rest of the room, it's kind of similar to what I've already been in. So I'm now underneath the bed. Ta-da! It's a very similar layout to what I had before, but now it's all along the same wall. Some of it was on two separate walls, one at the foot of the bed and whatever. So now it's the Lego bookshelf, Lego library as I call it, a filing cabinet with a whole bunch of Lego magazines that I grew up with, the dresser, the TV. Originally these two units were swapped, but this still looks pretty good from here. I still have to do a little bit more of the wiring which is pretty easy. Everything plugs into like one or two splitters to the TV. So all I had to do was unplug that before moving the units and then fit them back in place when the units are there. So that's all good. Of course, there's still a lot of junk in between. I'm still working through that as well. So don't mind that for now, but it'll be easy to play games in here. It's also easy to play them from ground level here. I mean, I could play them on top of the bed if I wanted to, but considering the height difference, it's probably better if I just sit down here in this desk area to play games. I actually used to have a loft bed when I was growing up. From basically birth, 1995, to almost 20 years later, around 2015 or so, is when I moved on from that bunk bed, which didn't have a bottom bunk either. It was, again, kind of it was a smaller version of this, a little bit shorter version of this, maybe 5 foot at best, that, and the ladder built into it. That was just a storage space, didn't really use it as a second bottom bunk for long, and it's nice to return. I mean, I don't mind either one. I think there are pros and cons of each. I'm still working through each of them, but hopefully this will be a good experience and a very productive one. So, still got a mini dresser here, technically. These are all, dresser drawers, and I still have the ones over there if I need them. And I got the drawer here for keyboard, mouse, probably store another thing or two in here, or if I do use it for multiple computers, I might actually do that. I have done that before where I have a desk with multiple monitors and multiple systems hooked up to it to run them simultaneously. So I might do that again here. I also have an outlet behind me, and I have room if I need to plug in anything for the internet. Like, I could do it wired, or I could do it wirelessly, so that works out great. And yeah, so this is a quick little update. It's most of the same stuff on the video game aspect that we've seen before in another video, just a different arrangement of them because it's a different arrangement of the room. A little thing here, because I don't remember if I mentioned this in a previous video, I've updated my N64 library, so now that has all these sticker labels. I got them from Etsy, I believe, or eBay, one of those two. If I remember, I'll link it down in the description below. So it looks very nice, very easy to alphabetize them because it's really hard to do it without just looking at the front face of them. And I also have room for more if I want to. There's a bunch more stickers there. So thank you for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace, love, and fun.